Everyone, welcome to this episode of the Balanced Business Podcast. Today I'm doing a solo one because I really want to go through a question I get quite a bit, which is what should my follow-up process be? Right? When you are going and you're so excited to meet with the lead, and then they cancel for whatever reason, or you send a proposal out and you don't know exactly what to say and when to say it, it can be very difficult. So I'm going to share what I recommend and what I personally use with our clients when we're doing follow-ups. So let's break down this by the first week, second week, and third week, and then kind of like the bonus. So first week, I'm following up 2 times a day. Okay. So what this looks like is I am calling and I'm texting on these times. So twice a day for the first 5 days, if we're looking at it from a first week that they're in our process, right, in our pipeline. And the reason I'm doing this is the warmest that they're ever going to be. They're going to be the most responsive. The offer that you have is going to be the freshest in their mind. And now is the time to over index and see if we can help them. And here we don't want to just blow them up with the same question over and over and over. We want to tailor it to the offer that we have. We want to bring up the offer, the deadlines, ask about their home address. We want to understand more about the project that they have. Do they have a budget? We want to ask these questions. And this is all we can do. I also recommend leaving voicemails after every call because that is just another touch point. That's why it's technically 2 times a day, but it's also 3 if you leave a voicemail. They might get a text with that. And it still counts as 2, but you have a bonus one in a different medium that they will respond to or more likely to respond to because honestly, like most people are texting on their phone and they're busy and you might be catching them at a bad time. But at least with a voicemail text, you don't have to do those transcriptions. It's a lot easier to speak than text, most likely, and you get to do that. Now, in the second week, I want to go down to 1 time a week. I want to bring up the offer and the deadline more so here than in the previous week. Now we're getting to the point where they're hitting the slope of decline of interest, right? Most we see anywhere between 30 to 50% of the time, people are going to respond either way, yes, no, maybe start booking the sketch estimate in this week. Here, vast majority of the next 20 to 30% will happen in this time frame, right? And we want to focus on iterating between texting one day, and this could also be email, and calling one day, right? But we want to make sure that we're still daily there, and especially if your offer has a time element to it, say get installed before the end of the month. This offer expires here. We want to highlight that to bring up a sense of urgency and FOMO. In the third week, we're going to go every third day. So basically, you're only following up twice here. Here, we're just telling them that the offer is now expiring. We'd love to serve them. In the meantime, is there a better time that we can communicate with them? And the goal is, if you don't hear about them here, you kind of want to take them to the bonus section. The bonus section is some type of long-term follow-up. And in this follow-up, what you want to prioritize is sharing testimonials, projects that you've done, before, afters. You really want to highlight this. This is great over text, email, and email. Think about a newsletter, and they can always opt out, and that is what's going to happen, but it's a passive way to still get those. Now, the bonus of this is you can run monthly or quarterly promos that are still similar to the offer that they opted in, but more tailored or more passive in a sense here. So this is a way to get people to book. Now, what happens if you sent out a proposal or estimate and you're waiting? I want to be less aggressive here. So week 1 here, week 2, week 3. I'm only following up 2 times a week here. In week 2, I'm following up 3 times, and I'll tell you why. And then I'm going back to 2 times for week 3. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I want to focus on giving them the time and space to really consider it. You sent the proposal out because you feel somewhat confident that you understand what their expectations are, their goals, and you have a solution for it in this case with the transformation that you're going to do. Here, you want to get very targeted to bring up a specific element that was discussed. So the first follow up, I recommend that this be one call on one text. I would do the call as the second way and the text as the first way. So text first, asking a very specific targeted question about the project or about a problem that they had in regards to the proposal. Maybe it was a timeline, maybe it was the cost, maybe it was the financing. We want to bring that up here. Then I want to do a phone call and do the, I call it the helpful, I don't want to say idiot, but like it's being the help, just being the helpful guy, helpful person, and just, hey, listen, no proposals out. You guys are probably shopping around. Is there anything I can do to help you get closer to the decision? Either way, I'm just here to support you. Now, here I want to do two texts and one call. And the reason for this is it's starting to get a little colder. We don't want to annoy them, but we really just want to make sure that they know everything. Let's say that your proposal has a specific time frame associated with this. This is good to have. Maybe a spot opened up. Maybe the discount that you applied to the proposal will expire. We want to make sure we get that. And same with the call. We just want to see if it can be helpful in any form or fashion. Now, I'm actually thinking about this. Here should be call and email. And we should do a different medium that we haven't been using. Saying, hey, listen, this proposal is good for another week. If you have any questions, let me know because we'd love to get started. I want to bring up you as the person in control here because they might already made the decision going with someone else at this point. They might be holding off. They might have different expectations. Maybe they want to pay a lower deposit and hold off on the project. Maybe they're ready to go. We just want to make sure that, again, we're top of mind because they might be shopping around for quotes. They might be uncertain. There might be additional questions that have come up. They might have to postpone it for whatever reason. We just want to know where they stand in the pipeline. At the end of this, usually week 4, classify that as a loss, and then put them into some type of a long-term follow-up like we did on the bonus stack here, email, text. Both mediums work really well. So this is a kind of high-level breakdown. Again, you want to make this custom to you and your company and your customer base. For instance, you might have a larger millennial base, which means calls will be less effective. You might have an older population that texts might seem intrusive and you have to go to email. But this is a high level breakdown of what we've seen done really successfully and what we implement internally to a certain degree on when we're doing follow-ups, especially on this side right here. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the year, the follow-ups, and I hope that you guys just crush it this year. See you guys in the next episode. Peace.